All right. Welcome back, everyone. It's me, Coach Muddle, and I have to apologize. I screwed up this week. I wanted to do the draft on Tuesday, or the post draft deal on Tuesday. Nevada Nick couldn't do it. Billy could do it. Wednesday, no, Nevada Nick couldn't do it again. Billy couldn't do it tonight. And then they both, if he bailed out, I might be by myself. They might join. I don't know. We will see. How that works. We'll check it all out. I'm excited about the Giants draft. I got a couple little questions. I'll get into it here in a few minutes. And I know Billy was really, really fired up about the Eagles, and I'm sure Nevada Nick's going to have a whole bunch of, talk about the, about those guys. So I'm going to leave the Eagles stuff to them, but I am going to just say this. Okay, I'm going to say this, that I'm sorry, I'm trying to do two things. Usually when there's other people here talking, they can, help you out a little bit. And, right now they are just not, it's not there. So I'm trying to do everything. So, hey, but listen, I want to say this up front and be clear. Look, I think the Eagles probably had one of the best drafts, the huge trade, and they got some really good pieces that were probably, the linebacker first round talent got later in the draft. That center, who I was really disappointed that the Giants didn't pick up, because I feel like the Giants really needed some help there. So I'm going to end that Eagles talk right now, because I know Nevada Nick and Billy are going to have a lot more to say about it. I'm going to let them do all of that stuff. I'm just going to say I think it was one of the better drafts in a while for the Eagles. I think Howie really did a great job with the capital he had. As for the Giants, I think they hit it out of the park on day one. The rest of the draft, I have some questions, some concerns. Maybe I don't know. I'll share those with you guys. Tell me what you think, because I know Giant Nation is over the moon. I mean, I am as well. We've not had a draft this exciting in quite some time, and stop pointing back to Saquon Barkley, because he's been a bust, and he wasn't, and let's be honest with ourselves. That was a heavy quarterback draft. Teams were trying to trade up and get one of those quarterbacks, and we had a ton of needs. We weren't a running back away from anything. So you wasted that in day one. Okay, so let's put that to rest. This was really good. I would have really liked to, I said this, I really thought the Giants were going to trade one of those picks so they could have some capital for next year and try to grab a quarterback and be able to have some availability to move up or down the board to get one of those quarterbacks. But we'll see. Time will tell. Who knows? Daniel Jones could all of a sudden, wake up and boom, be a quarterback. I don't know. I don't think so. So the Giants don't either. They didn't pick up his option. Very, very excited. I'm happy for that. We're making some really smart decisions with our guys. So very, very excited about that. And look, we got a defensive end that we have desperately needed. I've been screaming for this for forever. Forever. I mean, since Michael and Tuck and OC, I mean, who has been that guy? We haven't had a guy. So I'm really not finally excited about getting a guy who can get to the quarterback. You know, he was the, you know, projected to be the first guy off the board. And he fell to us at 5. I'm excited about that. I didn't think he was going to be there. So I'm very surprised about Johnson, who falls all the way into the 20s to the Jets. I'm very surprised because I actually had him up on the board. I thought he was our guy because I thought that Thibodeau was going to be gone at that point. And very excited that the Jets took Sauce, because I was really, when those 2 corners went off before the Giants, I was really nervous that the Giants were going to go corner. I heard a lot of buzz about the Giants going corner, and I was very, very worried about that, because I really didn't want them to go corner because we have nobody to get the quarterback. I don't care who you are. You can't cover if no one's getting to the quarterback. So very excited that finally, and Wink Martindale is going to have some fun with now. I really think with the addition of Thibodeau there, I really think you're going to see Leonard Williams really his game step up a little bit. I really do. I believe, because he is a legit Robin. He's not a Batman. He never was. I know the Jets thought he was. Dave Gettleman traded for him like he was. And so I believe that he is a legit Robin. I think we've added Batman. I think Wink is going to have we're going to really see this defense rocking and rolling now. And it's unfortunately that we wasted the time with Bradbury. We had Bradbury here, and he's a great corner. That was a good free agent signing, but we just didn't have a pass rush to pair him with. So don't tell me Olivier Vernon was a guy. We signed a Robin and not a Batman to play on the defensive line. So I think we drafted a legit Batman to pair with a Robin that we have. And now those other guys will really be able to play their true game, so to speak, because we've really had a Dexter Lawrence who's really been played very well, that he is a guy to play his true spot. And that's great that we get some great push up the middle from him, but we've asked him to do too many things. And I really think that it's going to be exciting to see these guys and really see a Wink Martindale defense rock and roll and really coming after people. I am truly excited about this pick with Thibodeau, because he does so much. He brings so much to the table. I know the attitude, Michael Strahan reached out and said, hey, he's going to mentor the kid, and hopefully he can. He kept talking about being in a big market, the bright lights, But again, we have a new culture in the locker room. There is a new culture, and I don't think we've had that since Tom Coughlin. When Tom Coughlin came, and I know Strahan made all these rumblings, 15 minutes, oh, you're late. You know what? Guess what? It got you a ring. And I guarantee you, if you ask Michael about it, he wouldn't change it. He wouldn't change it, because it did. It got him a ring. He's, so you saw things change when Tom Coughlin came in, and now I think you see that with this new, Joe Shane and Dayball coming in and changing the culture. And I am over the moon about Wink Martindale. I am truly excited to really see this type of defense and guys flying around and coming after, because I like the gambler on defense. I like being that gambler. Let's roll the dice. Let's go, baby. I know I'm stealing Nevada Nick a little bit here, but look, very, very excited about that pick with the New York Football Giants. Then, a pick later, I think the Giants knew, whatever offensive lineman's there, they got their pick. I feel as though Evan Neal was the highest rated offensive lineman coming out of those other guys. You saw Carolina go with the kid from NC State. But again, you're talking about a kid who played at Alabama. He played 4 different positions on that offensive line at Alabama. Okay, at Alabama. And you may talk about Alabama, oh, this running back or quarterback's been a bust, they don't make a receiver, blah, blah, blah. But let me tell you, them linemen, they stick around a while. Okay, they're good. I really am excited about the 2 bookends we now have on that offensive line, and with the offensive line signings that we made to help get those guard and center in there. I would have liked to see that center that the Eagles took with the Giants. That was my guy. And also the tight end. Because here, that day hit home run, giant home run, Evan Neal. Now, look, Barkley, here's your deal. You got 2 guys. I mean, this offensive line, in my opinion, is fixed. We have fixed this offensive line. This is an offensive line that you can run behind and be confident and grind it out. So the days of dancing around and doing your Barry Sanders is done. This is a contract year, dude. You need to put your head down, stick your nose in the line, and grind out 3, 4, 5 yards. I think you need, hopefully in the offseason, you pick up the phone and call Derrick Henry and say, hey, man, how do you do it? Because I need to be like you, because I need to get paid. And if you want to get paid, then that's the way you're going to do it. But unfortunately, the Giants aren't going to pay you, and you're going to be somewhere else next year, which is fine, because we've seen, running backs in round 3, 4, 5 be able to really be, those guys. And here is, the game has changed. Look, the 80s, early 90s. You have to take you're right, Mike. You got to take the 3 yards when you have it instead of dancing around. You could have had 3 instead of -5. Now it's 2nd and 15 instead of 2nd and 7. Big difference in your play calling. So, absolutely. So I am, he's going to have to go somewhere else and perform. But I think this line, we have fixed it enough that we're going to see, hopefully Barkley can stay healthy and really take some pressure off Daniel Jones and be able to, run the football and get, draw those guys into the box. Draw in the box. Let's see Kenny Golladay and Shepard, and maybe now, and I know my man Slayton, I was really high on Slayton. I love this kid, and it's unfortunate that he's kind of fallen out of favor. And now he's on the block. It looks like they might be shipping him to Arizona. And that's going to be a shame because I really like that kid. I thought he was really going to be, again, a great – they asked him to be a Batman. He stepped up, and then – but he's really truly a Robin. And then you brought in Golladay, and I really thought, okay, now he's in his, he's going to be in his wheelhouse, and this is going to be, he's going to be a guy to really shine, and it just didn't happen. And it's unfortunate because it was quarterback play. It wasn't. I don't blame the receivers. We didn't have guys to get them the football, So I again very, very excited, about this draft on day one draft. Day one, okay? Because now what really surprised me when you get to day two and you take the let me get down to the draft board here, Wendell Robinson from Kentucky, okay, in a pick that we got from Atlanta, and I am truly, a little bit. What's the, what is it that has, that he's got? We have a pretty filled receiver room. You know what I'm saying? I don't see what the, why we needed to get a receiver there. He's a guy I felt like was later on in the draft. I'm trying to read up on him here a little bit, and I don't see what I'm looking for here. The stats of what but I know he was real. An all SEC guy, was played running back at Nebraska, transferred in. But again, I thought that guy was a guy you were going to get in the 4th, 5th round, not the 3rd round. Evan Ingram couldn't catch COVID. Okay. I like my old saying. I'm going back to that. He couldn't catch a cold buck naked in Antarctica. Okay. But we needed to replace him. The kid from Ohio State was there. He wound up going to the Jets, and so there's another guy where I feel like, we didn't really hit on, and I could be totally wrong because we already got that guy on the roster. That's what Shepard did. We already reworked his deal to get him to keep him there. So I felt like that was a reach. We reached for that guy. And, so it wasn't really, that was the pick that we needed, and then you come back to, in the 3rd round, we got a guard from North Carolina. Okay. Depth on the offensive line. I'm okay with that. And then, corner, we need corner because of obviously the thing. Now we got to get a San Diego State, the tight end from the tight end from San Diego State. And that was one of our other picks we got from Chicago. So, but again, we get late in the 4th round, we went with a safety, which, okay, but I thought linebacker was more of a need. And we didn't get that guy until the 5th round. We drafted 2 linebackers, the 5th and 6th round, and squeezed in there. We got another guard and a defensive tackle to get some depth. So okay, offensive lineman late in the draft. I'm okay. Those are places we need. We still needed a center. We didn't get a center, and I'm not sure. Maybe one of those guards plays center. Not. I didn't read where they were. So we'll see. How this plays out. But other than that, I'm really kind of excited about this draft and where the Giants are with these guys. Because if you remember back in, what was it, 2007, when the Giants went to that Super Bowl, you had a lot of those late round draft picks getting, being big contributors to the Giants and helping them, what was that? Ballard, the tight end, he was a, 5th, 6th round pick, was able to come and be a big contributor, helping us get to that Super Bowl. So very, very excited about in general, the way the Giants are moving, the direction it's going. Can't wait to see them on the field. I am, though. I tell you what, really had Green Bay penciled in as a game this year going to, and now it's London. I'm not going to London. I'm not crossing the pond, not going over there. So, and I say that now until somebody goes, come on, let's go. And, but as of right now, I don't think I am going to London to go to Green Bay, the Green Bay game, man. And so I'm kind of disappointed. You know, it's a great road trip. I tell everybody, look, put it on your bucket list. Go up there without your team. Go up there without a dog in the fight, and it's a great experience. Then go back when your team's there, because it is awesome. You know, stop in Milwaukee, go to the Code Bar. I mean, you know, I'm a big Maxwell Smart mark, so I really got to. So you got to go to the Code Bar. Great place. It's highly suggested. Hopefully, it's still there because of COVID and everything. I don't even know. But one of my stops when I'm over there in Milwaukee, you know, go skip down the street, you know, do a little Laverne and Shirley. It'll be fun stuff. So really to see how that goes. And then with the Giants, I know I'm cutting it short because, you know, by the way, the Rangers are in the playoffs. Last I checked, I think Philadelphia Flyers are sitting at home. But I don't know. I didn't really check the other games. I'm just following my team, which would be the Rangers, and they're playing tonight. Puck drops. Oh man, tough. Got robbed. I mean, totally robbed at home. Getting homered at home. How bad is that? You know, I mean, 3 overtimes and lose that because you took a goal away, which was a goal. Okay, unbelievable. Really upsetting to me. And a lot of Ranger fans. So tonight, hopefully, we're going to bounce back and even up this series before we go back over to Pittsburgh and see that. And of course, hit the Yankees. I mean, I tell you what, I really, you know, not happy with the Yankees, but all of a sudden they're putting it together and they're winning. You know, and except for last night, I mean, geez, they couldn't hit the broadside of a barn last night, runners in scoring position. So it was really that was tough to watch. But you know what, Booney fired up, gets thrown out of the game. And honestly, I have not seen a manager argue like that. I mean, it brought back the Billy Martin, Lou Piniella days of that, you know, and Whitey Herzog, you know, doing that craziness. So really, it's great seeing to see, you know, we got some team, we're winning now. Like I feel like, you know, okay, New York kind of, you know, was in the tank, and no, I don't count Brooklyn because they're in Brooklyn. So I know, but I don't count them because you know what, they came from Jersey. They're really still the Jersey Nets to me. So. But, you know, I just feel like the momentum, everything's changing. They're getting, you know, and we got some things are winning. You know, we're getting excited and fired up about baseball, which you know we'll see. It's early, so we're still getting our sea legs. Let's put it that way. Can I say it that way? Sea legs, and we'll get the sea legs under us, and the Rangers. Hopefully, you know, no one's picking the Rangers to do anything, but I believe that they will get out of this first round, even though they did lose the first game. I think we bounce back tonight and get back on track. So really fired up about that. So really good. Won't have to split the TV between the Yankees and the Rangers tonight. So, and then next week we're going to do a show with the schedule. We're going to talk about the schedule, and I know I'm going to have Nevada Nick come on and let him. I know and Billy will be on. I have my crew on because I know they really want to talk Eagles. And Eagles. They want to talk. They can, Nevada Nick won't shut up every time I talk to him on the phone about how excited he is about the draft. And so that's why I'm saving it for him. When they come on, they're going to be all fired up about it. And we're going to have a good time. So next week, probably, next week when the schedule comes out on the 12th. So probably around the 13th or whatever day, a couple days after that, we'll get back on. We're going to be a little infrequent, how we roll this time of year, a little infrequency because of, our schedule and, we need the break. It's a long football season. Now they added a couple of games, but we'll get it fired back up and getting it going once August rolls around. And hopefully we'll have some new and improved content. How about that? Content. I'll leave it at that. Content for you guys coming up this next football season. But we'll do a couple of we'll jump on every now and then between now and August before things start and fire up, and we'll get things going, with that. But right now, if you're a Giant fan, and by the way, hey, let's give props to the dumpster fire across the parking lot. Hey, the Jets, had a great draft too. I'm not gonna rain on their parade. They did some good. They did some good things. I was excited about them seeing that move too. There was some and of course and I don't know. I had to reach out Sammy when he jumps on. Sammy, what happened to the commies? What happened? I mean, you're reaching. Guy wasn't even home when you called him up to draft him in the first round. What happened to that? Come on now. So we'll get into that when I get the guys on. I just wanted to jump in and talk. I didn't want any more time to go by because I was so excited about the New York Football Giants and what they have done in this draft. On day one, I'm still a little, we'll see because, with the late rounds, and I really, that second round pick, I'm going to, put my eye patch on and look at it with my good eye and really analyze that kid and see what happens. And, the cards will fall where they may, and we'll see. But I am really confident going into this season. I mean, because you know what, Danny, we're not a Super Bowl contender. We are not contending for the Super Bowl. Are we maybe in the mix for the division the last couple of years? Yes, because it's been, it's been there for anyone for the taking because, the NFC is on a downward spiral. But I think the Eagles and the Giants are making steps to, right the ship divisionally and get that going. But I think obviously the Eagles, and as much as it pains me, I think are a few steps ahead of the Giants right now in pieces in place and where they sit. So, obviously new coaching staff, new systems, it's going to take a little bit of time. So I am not going to sit here and go, the Giants are going to be, 12-6 and win the division, or, they might be in a playoff hunt for a wild card. Maybe I don't know. But I know they're going to be better than they were last year. They're going to win a few more football games than they did last year. So that's why I am excited about that. So that's why, Daniel Jones, if he gets hurt, who cares? Tyrod Taylor has won football games in this league. He is really good, a quality backup. So he's our placeholder until the next guy comes. So I am excited about that. I am excited about the pieces in place. Hey, do I think, but I still don't think if Saquon is MVP, he may get re-signed, but I just don't see the Giants putting resources into a running back when the league is, receivers are now making 30 mil. Okay. So running backs that we're not paying you that money, so it'll be somewhere else, or you're gonna, have to take a 1 or 2 year deal with the Giants, and it'll be a team friendly deal, obviously. But we'll see how that goes. That's down the road. Let's play the season first. Let's see how we go through it and get things going. Again, very excited, everyone. I appreciate you coming and hanging out with me for a little bit. I have. You're right. Absolutely, Mike. I believe you are right. I mean, I said if we're lucky, someone will give us a 4th round pick for him and get something in exchange. But again, Dave Gettleman, in his infinite wisdom, thought it would be a great idea to pick up the 5th year option on him. So now we have to pay him as a top 5 running back, and teams don't want to take on that salary. So we were stuck with paying him top 5 money when he's not a top 5 running back. So we're going to be stuck with him this year. He'll run, and hopefully, he will have a great season and someone will pay him. It just won't be the Giants. We will re-sign him on the cheap, like I said, team-friendly deal. But it's something that is, because it really, Mike, when you bring it up, because it really pains me when I see Nick Chubb, who was there in the 2nd round, and I think he's career to this point, they both came in the league at the same time, is, Nick Chubb, Saquon Barkley, right? I mean, Nick Chubb has had a better career thus far, worth the option, worth considering that, you're absolutely right. Value you're absolutely right, Mike. So, I just think the Giants could have really filled a lot of needs with that draft pick. Instead, we're stuck with Saquon Barkley, who, in my opinion, is a bust as far as the New York Football Giants are concerned. He's not a guy who's taking over the game. He's not taking the game on his shoulders and doing that. The offensive line is this, that, and the other. The quarterback play is this, that, and the other. But you know what? Barry Sanders did it. Barry Sanders was able to do it. So, whoa, Mike, come on. Kajana Carter, that dude took 2 snaps in the league, I think, right? At least Saquon's here the 5th year. He's got yardage next to his name. I mean, Kajana Carter, what does he have? Like 2 carries, -3 yards, and a broken knee. I think that's his career little stat line. So I wouldn't put him that far down, but come on. I mean, Saquon is the, he's down. That's right. Same school. Hey, I know. What was it? God, he was great for Kansas City in the 90s. Was the last good running back to come out of Penn State. And why can't I think of his name? His dad was the D-line coach. God darn it, I can't think of it. Larry Johnson, thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. That's right, because dad was the D-line coach there at the time, and Northern Virginia guy. So He was the last running back to come out of there. Before that, it was Franco Harris, I think. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure I'm missing a guy or two out of there, but and actually, isn't the Eagles running back from Penn State? I think, and he's been playing. He's having a better career. A guy who got picked Miles Sanders, Penn State guy. I'm sorry. Let me give the props where it is. Angelo, what's up, man? Thanks for jumping in, buddy. Oh, Kurt Warner. That's right. Kurt Warner. You're right. Yes. The great Seahawk. Yes. I forgot he was a Penn Stater. I knew I was missing somebody. I knew there was somebody in between Franco and LJ. So, or Curtis Warner. Okay. But yeah, so actually it's been a wait, I didn't see that. Angelo, Saquon is a bust. Yeah, as far as the Giants, yes, absolutely, Mike, listen, buddy, I will absolutely would love to have you on. Look, I'll hook up with you after the show. We'll set up the next time. We'll definitely have you on. Awesome. Definitely get your brownies take and stuff. It'll be fun. So everybody knows, Mike and I had some Madden battles in his living room way back in the day, and only because I drove what would I drive 12 hours and then play Madden, but it's okay, so but but yeah, it's good stuff. But listen, I got to jump off here, guys, because I got to get ready for the Ranger game. I haven't eaten. And I've got my daughter comes home from school tomorrow, so I got to get my place cleaned up. The maid didn't show up today, so I got to get some stuff going on here. So it has been awesome hanging out. I love doing it solo. It's fine. Next time definitely we're gonna have Mike Johnson on as a special guest. Nevada Nick will be with us. Billy will be in there. We'll have a whole yes, that's right. Retrieving that truck. I remember. Oh man, how crazy was that? Oh yeah, man. All right. Awesome stuff, guys. I appreciate you checking me out. Share it with your friends. And we will see you next week at some point, and hopefully I'll do a better job. I'm still interviewing interns to handle the social media of the Coach Muddle show a little bit better. And, so we'll see if we can get that going and get that stuff out to you. But everyone, listen, be safe. Have a great night. We'll talk to you next week. Enjoy some hockey. And listen, we'll talk some USFL because I'm enjoying it. I'm not going to get into it and keep going here because I really got to get something to eat and get ready for the hockey game. So, but listen, we'll get into that next time. So I appreciate everyone. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you guys soon.